Well, to help us understand what it could mean for the ANC in the region is political analyst Sandile Swana, who joins us this evening. Thank you so much for joining us tonight on Late Edition. Now, the latest developments where these ballot papers of the ANC were found at a house in Pretoria is likely going to dominate the news. What impact do you think this will have on the credibility of the regional leadership?
The ballot papers that have been found perhaps present some form of concrete evidence that there were some irregularities. As to how substantial they are is another matter. But if there are indeed irregularities, then clearly the conference would have to be rerun. That's a practical outcome. The other more policy-related outcome is that clearly the renewal program of the African National Congress has not yet taken root if people are as dishonest as they are. And I am not aware of any procedure in the ANC that says ballot papers must be retained in any particular private home. So this also points to a violation and poor oversight related to the ANC election rules.
Well, this comes at a time where the ANC voters seem to be losing trust in the leadership. What can leadership do to hold on to that trust? Quite a dodgy situation. And how do you think leadership will deal with it?
No, the leadership has got to ask their own electoral commission to satisfy themselves whether the elections were run properly and then rerun the elections with proper oversight. It's shocking that the senior officials of the African National Congress did not look into the chain of custody, that at any given point in time, the ANC Electoral Commission or Electoral Committee remains in full control of those documents and the process itself. So they have to review whether they are not leaking, their procedures are not leaking. Right now, there is serious lack of credibility. But in terms of the loss of trust by the voters of the ANC, as well as the ordinary members of the ANC in the leadership of the ANC, there is, given that this is a year of election, there's nothing that the ANC can do to restore that trust, because it has taken more than 15 years to destroy that trust, especially since 2009 elections.
How do you think the ANC can improve the election process of party leadership from branches to national conferences? The
appointment of an independent electoral oversight body was a good idea. What was not good, it's a good idea and a good practice. What was not good is to appoint a conflicted agency that is not fully independent of the members and the participants in the electoral processes themselves, because we can see that there are rumors now that there's a conflict of interest involved in this. The ANC has been very poor in managing procurement process in the state and clearly poor in managing procurement processes within the ANC itself. That, as to what must be done to correct that, it's well known, it's well documented. Supply chain management is a course that is taught at UNISA, UJ, and other top University of Pretoria, so they can get advice from those universities. There are agencies, credible agencies, and universities and professors who specialize on elections who can advise them how to run a proper election. Between 1912 and now, 2026, the ANC should have learned how to run elections. So this is not about the ANC not knowing how to run elections, but it relates to the fact that the ANC has accommodated increasing numbers of criminals, careerists, and other opportunists in the ranks and in the leadership who then commit these kind of crimes.
I thank you for your time this evening. That was political analyst Sandile Swana chatting to us this evening about those ballot papers found in a home in Pretoria.